for everyone in this room when I say, finally.
Laura and I are so excited to be here tonight. First and foremost, we'd like to give a huge round of applause. The real reason everybody's here tonight. The bartenders are right outside the door right there. Make sure everybody tips them out. But seriously, pleasure to be here. I'm honored to be Dave's best man. Katie, you look absolutely stunning tonight. Beautiful every day. Dave, you look good. I'd like to go ahead and thank Ken and Mary Ellen for an absolutely delicious dinner last night. Obviously for putting up with us for all these years. And ended up with one.
And to Paul and Janie, thank you guys so much for hosting David and Katie's closest friends and family for what's sure to be one hell of a party. So, rumor on the street was that our friends started making bets on whose speech was going to be better, mine or Daniel's. So, you know, obviously Daniel's a little funnier than I am. Okay, easy there. But we all know who was really going to win that battle, so we decided to do a little collaboration just so no one's feelings got hurt.
You know what's crazy to think how long Katie and Dave have been together? I think we did the math. It's somewhere around 14, 15 years. I don't know, who cares? But I think it's a perfect example that even at a young age, you meet that person and know right then and there you're going to spend the rest of your life together, right? I think that point came from David in the 3rd grade when he met me. I came from a Christian school and transferred to Drees Elementary in the 3rd grade. I think my parents can attest to this, that as far as they knew, I was an angel. It's not that funny of a joke, so calm down on that. But as soon as I went to public school, I started getting these notes on my agenda saying how I was disrupting the class and how I was trying to be a class clown and all this other nonsense. But sooner or later, the notes got a little more specific, saying that I was causing trouble with a young man by the name of David Drees. So my father, being the police officer he is, had to go to school unannounced and spy on me to, see me interact with class, but mostly to get to the bottom of who this Mr. David Drees young man was. I think my father learned a valuable lesson that day that obviously me and Dave are going to be inseparable for the rest of our lives. Also, that 2 7-year-olds can make a grown woman cry. Oh, that's still going. Sorry. In middle school, I met Katie. We're in the same 6th grade class together. Nugget, right? Sorry. That wasn't in the speech, I was just about to say it. Now, there's an ongoing argument between David and Katie that she feels that she's been bullied in middle school. Well, Dave's my best friend, so obviously I'm gonna side with him, but I may or may not have a hand in why Katie feels this way. It's not all bad. Sometimes I feel she brought it upon herself. Sorry. Katie had these things in 8th grade called spacers. You guys know what those things are? They go in your teeth before braces. Katie went home Monday night with normal teeth and came back Tuesday looking like Michael Strahan. Humongous gaps in teeth, and I didn't know what to do. I couldn't help myself, okay? But don't let Katie play the victim, or you guys ride in the car with her for more than 5 minutes driving, and you'll know she's no angel. Growing up with Dave was not all it's cracked up to be. He was literally good at everything. Basketball, football, razor scooter challenge. He could drink a warm Pepsi in under 10 seconds. And sorry, Katie, the kid could fart longer than anybody I've ever heard before. He could play the guitar, the piano. I'm pretty sure when he started growing his hair out, it grew faster than mine. I was always competing with Dave and trying to live up. Sorry. I was always competing with him, but what can I say? Trying to live up with Dave. Meet me the man I am today. So, I'm thankful for that. Excuse me. A lot of people don't know this about Dave, but he has a huge, huge heart, huge heart. The kid's a big teddy bear. Kid's a big teddy bear. Him being put on a stone cold accountant persona, but he's a crier. I think we all witnessed that today. If you don't believe me, just sit down and watch Aaron Brock with him, and you'll see those little eyes start bawling. When Dave told me he was looking for a ring for Katie, I was a little taken back. I thought to myself, you know, is he ready for this? Is he rushing into things? But I knew Katie was definitely the one for him, because let's be honest, Katie's the same to put up with shenanigans that Dave does, and I think Dave loves you for it.
Okay, so I'm in an interesting position as the maid of honor because I've actually known the groom longer than I've known the bride. David and I grew up together, went to the same elementary school, same church, lived in the same neighborhood, which was arguably the coolest neighborhood in Lake County. I know there's a lot of Vandy Beach people out there, all right? That's what I'm saying. So as Daniel's already mentioned, Dave was good at everything. He was the popular kid, the funny one, the talented one, the one that all the girls liked growing up. He played a starring role in every TES dinner theater, and even back then, he loved the spotlight. Shocking. I know, shocking. Daniel also touched on Dave's rebellious side, which brings me to a quick story I've told a time or two over the years. Some of you may have heard it. In 5th grade, Dave and I were in the same class, and one day he got in trouble by our teacher, Miss Farner, for saying the word bitch. Sorry, I'm repeating just what the 5th grader said at the time. So naturally, Miss Farner went right to Miss Drees, because at the time, she just happened to work at the same school. Miss Drees, next thing you know, Miss Drees marches right into our classroom, yanks David out of the classroom, takes him right outside the back door, and she had a bottle of dish detergent in her hand. No shame, right outside, walked right back in. Dave took it like a champ, and I'm pretty sure he never cussed again, at least until 6th grade. Okay, so on to middle school is where we met Katie. Believe it or not, I can actually remember when Dave came to me in the lunch line one day asking me about the new girl, Katie. She was the new girl from Treadway, so you know we hadn't crossed paths before, and all the boys liked her, including several of these groomsmen and best man. So one day in PE class, I approached this new girl, Katie, and I'm pretty sure I was a really good wingman back then. So I just approached her and said, "Hey, you know all my friends have a crush on you, right?" So after going out with a few of David's friends, she finally gave him the time of day. Don't worry, Mike Mueller, you can always claim you had the first kiss. Somehow after all that, Katie and I formed an inseparable bond, have been best friends for 18 years. I don't know if it's because both of us have only had brothers or what it was, but we really just clicked. We've literally been through the ups and downs of life together. From sweet 16 birthdays, she is 10 days older than I am, to graduations and breakups. You know the one time that they were on a break or something in 2 weeks in college? Pretty sure that's when Katie's 80 Pie sisters and David's Kappa brothers were first introduced to Crazy Katie. Am I right? In high school, we did cheerleading and played softball together. Actually, we quit softball together too. We've had countless sleepovers, tagged along on each other's families' vacations, including several trips to the infamous Riley's Reefs. Thank you. We've never lived more than 10 minutes apart, and we literally talk on the phone every day, even if it's for 2 seconds, and she usually says, "Hey Laura, I gotta go, my mom's calling me." "Hey Laura, I gotta go, Dave's calling me." "Okay, fine, see you later." And Dave, that's probably not gonna change now that you guys are married now. If I've ever needed someone to fight for me, I'd call Katie. I mean Crazy Katie. If I ever need solid advice on anything important, like careers or relationships, I call Katie. She's a feisty, fun-loving realist, and that's what people love about her, including Dave. The crazy thing about David and Katie is that they've already been together a lot longer than a lot of marriages. Even in the early days, it was always known that they would be together forever. But not because they had to be, it was because they chose to grow together as a couple. They survived Greek life at UCF and met some pretty amazing lifelong friends along the way. And after college, they didn't rush to get married because it was the next step. They did things the way they wanted to, on their terms. Both have established great careers, a beautiful home in College Park, and 2 pretty awesome dogs. And did I mention they're amazing friends and family? I mean, just look around the room. What a testament to them both to have such a great group of people here today. There's no doubt one of the best things about them is that they've always remembered to have fun along the way, no matter what they're doing. Over the last few years, a lot of our friends have been getting married. So when David finally told me he was getting the ring, I was so relieved. I literally thought if anyone else gets engaged before these, I swear to God, I will murder him. So for those of you who don't know the story, here's a quick version of how his proposal went down. It was Christmas time, 2013, and Katie was in the middle of finals, getting her MBA, and essentially she was working her butt off. She had a lot on her plate, and definitely not in the holiday spirit. To be completely honest, she was a Scrooge. Okay, so Dave decided to come home one Friday evening with a little mini Christmas tree. So Katie was obviously thrilled because she literally had not one decoration in the house, and it was 3 days before Christmas. He also happened to give her this beautiful Kate Spade ornament, which just so happened to have one beautiful diamond ring inside of it. Now, of course, I knew the proposal was taking place, so I'd planned a night out with friends. In the meantime, I told them they should go have a nice celebratory dinner, and then I would come back over before we head out to meet the rest of the group. So once they decided on a restaurant, Dave invited me several times to join them. Now think about that for a second. Here they are, they just got engaged, they're getting ready to spend the rest of their life together, and they're inviting me to go out to dinner with them before we go meet the rest of our friends. And you guys might say they're just being nice, and I'm sure that they were, but I say that's true best friends. I'm so proud of myself, I'm doing really good. Later that night, obviously I didn't go with them, and I did arrange for the night out, and we met and had good wine and good friends and celebrated a wonderful engagement and a wonderful wedding tonight.
We could stay out here all night, talk about 20 stories in the past 20-something years that we've known them too. But if you thought our speech was good, you should see our dance moves. But seriously, I think I speak for both of us when I say it's ready to know the bride just as long as you know the groom. And we're more privileged to have been in this wedding and see both of our best friends get married. So I appreciate that, and we love you guys so much, and here's the welcome happiness.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce myself. My name is Steve. I'll be your DJ this evening. If you have any requests,